Kansas Senator Roger Marshall, he joins us now. Great to have you on. Is FEMA making the right call by firing these employees for making these payments?
Absolutely. I just want your listeners to realize this is the tip of the iceberg. This $59 million is the tip of the iceberg. Over the last 2 years, FEMA spent over $1 billion on illegal migrants, housing them, transportation, food, those types of things. You think about New York City, they spent $7 billion, and now we have to remove all these illegal criminals that are here as well. And that's going to probably cost $100, maybe $200 billion over the next 3 to 4 years to remove them. So this is another huge expense that Joe Biden left for all of us. And somewhere in that, when you're spending billions of dollars like this on illegal migrants to start with, there's going to be fraud and corruption going on as well. I think we need to set an example here of these particular people that work for the federal government.
Yeah, it's just incredible what DOJ is able to discover. And with that, President Trump is then signing off on these discoveries, wanting to take a closer look at USAID, dismantle it. But that is being challenged in the courts. And I'm sure you've seen sort of the coverage of this, Senator, from the legacy media. It's being described as a Trump potential constitutional crisis, where you've got Trump going against the courts, the separations of powers being challenged here. President Trump said yesterday he would abide by the courts and that he would appeal it. But do you believe that there will be a challenge with the president moving forward with his agenda and it being held up by the judicial branch?
Look, we have 3 equal branches of government. The courts need to do their job, but President Trump is doing his job. He's doing everything he can to do exactly what he said he was going to do. You take a USAID, they're an agency that spent $40 billion with so little to return that we knew there was lots of fraud, waste, and abuse, incompetence going on there. We're not getting credit for it. There are illegal criminals, and the government steal everything when we get it there. There's good things in USAID. Don't get me wrong. The Food for Peace program, something started by a farmer in Kansas. Senator Dole was a champion for it. I'm a champion for it. But we just want to make sure that those crops that the farmers are growing get to the right people and that they're not stolen somewhere in between. So the courts are going to slow things down. That's their job. But at the end of the day, President Trump is doing exactly what he said he was going to do.
Yeah, Senator, we're looking here at some of the spending here from USAID. $1.5 million to advance DEI in Serbia, $6 million to fund tourism in Egypt, $38 million to Wuhan Institute of Virology. But, there's some of these other agencies, too, we're looking at. CFPB is now on the chopping block, or at least they're looking into it. But this is overlooked by the SEC and the Fed. They look at the banks and the policies. Are some of these agencies just not needed? I mean, that's something that Elon Musk is really trying to emphasize, that we already have agencies that are looking at these types of things. This is a waste of money.
So absolutely. Every one of these agencies have become a monster. They have fingers growing out in every different direction. I think President Trump is approaching this exactly like the business person he is, that there's opportunity to bring these together, to make them coexist. So many government agencies repeating the same problem. If you really think about where all these rules and regulations from, it's coming from government bureaucrats trying to justify their job. I think more than anything else, rolling back these rules and regulations is going to help the economy grow as well. Setting people free, so to speak. My farmers feel it every day. Small businessmen and women feel it every day. Our community banks are just dying under all these Dodd-Frank rules. So you're exactly right. We can bring these agencies together, condense the rules, and set this American economy free again.
It's just so wild to see Elon Musk in the Oval Office with President Trump with his little son there. He's so cute, by the way, little X. And then you've got all the other members of Trump's cabinet filing out. Perhaps there will be another one added today with Tulsi Gabbard expected for her full Senate vote. What will you be watching for, and what do these confirmations actually mean for the president and his ability to get his agenda rolling?
Well, I think Tulsi Gabbard and Bobby Kennedy Jr. both will probably be confirmed this week. They're disruptors, and they're committed to transparency. Look, right now, Americans do not trust the government. I think people like Tulsi, people like Bobby are going to come in and just be radically transparent, exactly, again, what President Trump said he wanted out of people. In these two positions, especially the person that's in charge of our intelligence agencies, being able to share what she can, and especially share it with members of Congress as well. Look, I don't know if any Democrats are going to support either one of these two people, but I still expect them to get across the finish line, and then they can get to work implementing President Trump's agenda.
And Senator, is there any doubt that you're voting for them?
Oh, absolutely not. No, I've publicly committed to both of them. I think they're the right people at the right time. Again, I think that these are the disruptors that American public, when they elected President Trump, this is exactly what they were looking for. It's going to be a breath of fresh air up here in Washington.
Absolutely. Senator Roger Marshall, thank you so much for coming on. We appreciate it.